If you're a landscaper and you service multiple cities, but you only have one Google business profile, you are leaving a ton of business on the table. In this video, I'm going to show you how to set up a second or multiple Google business profiles for your business so you can start getting more organic leads outside of your existing territory without getting any of your Google business profiles suspended. What's going on, you guys? This is Matt Thibeau here with Savant Marketing Agency. And if you're new to the channel, all we do is talk about how you can scale up your landscaping or outdoor living business to 7 figures and beyond using digital marketing strategies that work. I'm going to share with you 4 simple steps to set up your Google business profile without getting any suspensions or without compromising your existing profile so that you can start getting more leads outside of your existing territory. Quick disclaimer here as well. If you are planning on not doing this legitimately, if you are planning on trying to game the system with Google or cut corners here, you will get your account shut down by Google and they will flag your account. This strategy I'm about to show you does take some work, but it is proven to actually get you a verified second or third or fourth location. We've done this with our clients, and that's why I'm sharing it with you today. Step number 1 in this process is to secure a legitimate physical location. The first thing that you need is a legitimate, real location to set up this second business profile on. Not your buddy's house, not a PO box, not a virtual office. It needs to be a physical location that you could actually visit and prove that's your real address. Now, what I recommend to do to solve this is to use a co-working space. Essentially, what co-working spaces are buildings that have multiple different small offices in them for consultants or freelancers or smaller businesses to have flexible offices at very affordable rates. This still is within the terms and conditions of Google and allows you to step in having a second location exactly in the territory that you want for very little investment. Typically, the investment is going to be around $200 per month for a membership at a co-working space. And like I said, this is going to allow you to have that other location you can set up to be the new address for your second business profile. A caveat to this that I am going to recommend is to make sure that you have access to a key for your office that you can lock and unlock to prove that you have control of the space. So if you just have a desk and it's like a wide open space with other people working around, I would not recommend to do that. You need to have a physical office that can be locked and unlocked, that is private for your business, because this shows to Google that you actually have control of the space and that it's a real office. Step number 2 is to stage the office. Once you get access to your office space, you're going to want to stage it so that it looks like a real office space and operation to validate to Google that this isn't misleading and that you're actually running a second location. So, what I would recommend to do is to set yourself up with a sign for your business with your logo on it that you can put on the front door. This is an example of the type of sign that I'm talking about. You could use a plexiglass sign like this and put it on your door. Or what you could do is use the same material as lawn signs, and you can get those made for about 25 bucks. Once you put that sign on the front door, you're going to want to stage inside the office. I recommend to put a laptop on a desk. You want to make sure you have notebooks around. You want to make sure that you have catalogs as well showing products that you sell, just to make it look like, this is a storefront type business. Any uniforms that you could place around the business to show the logo on it, just showing that you have marketing materials and that you're a real operation. So doing anything that you can to stage that office and making it look as legitimate as possible is going to really sell this. Step number 3 is to set up your Google business profile. Anyone can set up a Google business profile by going to business.google.com. But you're going to want to set up that profile by being located at this new office, because Google can actually see your IP address. And so it's definitely going to help show that you're not trying to game the system and that you're actually located at the office by setting up your business listing at the physical office and ideally attached to the Wi-Fi that's at that office. That is going to Signal to Google that, again, you are physically located there and it will help in the verification process. Obviously, when you're setting up this business listing, you want to put the office address as the address on that business listing. Next, you want to use the same business name that you're using for your first business listing, exactly the same. So you don't want to add a hyphen and say like a different city or something beside it. Just use the same exact name you're using on your previous business listing profile. However, you do need to use a different phone number on the business listing. So don't use the same phone number that you have on your first one. You're going to want to use a different phone number that can just route back to your first phone number. So we use Go High Level and we purchase a number for our clients, and then we just reroute that back to their original phone number. What this is going to do is mimic kind of a setup for a franchise where there would be a different phone number because there's a different operator there. And then this will actually show to Google that different phone number, but same business. And this is going to be a positive sign for them. Another really important aspect when you're setting up the business listing is to have a completely different service area than your previous business listing. There should be no overlap whatsoever in service areas there, because this is going to show that you're essentially setting up a different franchise or like a different territory altogether. And that is going to be a legitimate reason for Google to want to verify your business listing. However, if you're extremely close in the same city, setting up a different business profile, Google's going to see that you're just trying to game the system and set up a bunch of different profiles in the same city, which is against their terms. So it needs to be in a whole separate service area and city. Lastly, is you are going to need to set up a different page or landing page on your website specifically for the new service area that you are looking to set up this business listing for. So let's say that you currently have a website for the city that you operate in and your existing business listing. You're going to want to create another page, though, specifically just for that service area where you can direct people to on the website section. So to be clear, not a different website, but just a different page on your website that's going to speak to that city that you are servicing. And then lastly, you just want to fill out as many different details as you can on the business listing to make sure that's fully optimized. So you want to add a description, you want to fill out any other information you can there. But the key ones that I mentioned, those do need to be done in that specific way. Step number 4 is verifying the business listing. This is where the rubber meets the road, because if you are unable to get your business listing verified, it will not show up on Google. So it needs to get verified. And all of the work that we've done here is in preparation for getting a verification quickly and also done properly. Always choose video verification when you're verifying your Google business profile. There may be other options to verify the listing, but video is what's going to push the verification through the fastest. And it's also one of the easiest ways to verify if you've done the steps that we discussed here. Here is a step-by-step process on how to film your video verification properly. Step 1 is to prove that you are located in the area. Start off the video at an intersection, ideally filming the sign for the street. And then you want to film around the area of showing any other streets just to prove that you are located in the area that you are claiming the business listing to be verified for. Step number 2 is you are now going to show you walking down the street that the building is located on. So you're going to walk down that street and then you're going to film the actual outside of the building and ideally show a building number on it so that you can verify the building number that you are also going to be claiming as the business address. Step number 3 is show the outside of the office with a locked door. You want to jiggle the doorknob to show that it's actually locked, and you want to show the sign that's on the front door there. Then what you want to do is take your key and show you unlocking the door and opening it up. And finally, step 4 is you are going to walk into the office and you're going to show the staged office and basically make a case that this is actually the office for your company. And once you make that video, you want to submit that to Google, and it should be verified within 5 to 7 business days. Congratulations, you now have a second or multiple different business listings set up for your business, and you can start expanding across multiple different cities. So guys, I hope you found this video helpful. If you did, give it a thumbs up, give it a subscribe. If you have any questions, you can comment below. I'm happy to answer any questions that you have. And if you're watching or listening to this right now and you own a landscaping or outdoor living business, and you're looking to scale up your business to 7 figures or multiple 7 figures, we would love to support you. All you got to do is click the link below in the description and book your free strategy session with our team today. All right, guys, I'm looking forward to seeing you on the next video.